Let's open the file grid.psd from the exercise files. What we have here is a white background layer and a layer of a red shoe. Let me do a free transform on the shoe layer. I will make it very small and hit return on the keyboard. And now I will do another free transform to enlarge it and hit return again. We have mentioned before that if we do this, we lose quality in our image that we can't get back. This is visible with the test we just did. So let me go back in history to before I shrank the shoe layer. What I had mentioned in an earlier video lecture is that I would show you a method to get around this issue so that you're able to shrink or enlarge your image layer without affecting its quality. The way to do this is by converting the image layer into a smart object. So let's right-click on the image layer of the shoe and select Convert to Smart Object. If I do the same test, free transform, shrink down, hit return, and then free transform, enlarge it, and hit return, we will see that we haven't lost any quality. But let me show you one more thing that is really great about a smart object. I will do a free transform again, and I will make the shoe smaller like this. I will hit return to commit the transformation. Now I will duplicate this layer 2 times. With the Move tool, I will drag out the 2 copies of the shoe by holding down Shift key on the keyboard so that as I move these layers, they don't move on the vertical axis. They will come out on a straight line. I will place one of them as far out to the right as I want it to be, and then to distribute these 3 shoes equally, I can do the following. I can select all of these 3 layers by holding on the first one, pressing down Shift on the keyboard, and then clicking on the last one. And once they're all highlighted, I can come over here to the control bar and select the option for Distribute Horizontal Centers. Whenever you have multiple layers that you want to align, play around with these other options as well to align them vertically, horizontally, and so on. Now that I have them equally spread out, I want to create one more row of shoes below this row. To do this quickly, I can go to my Layers window and create a group of the 3 shoes I already set up. By clicking on the 3 selected layers and dragging them into this folder icon at the bottom, I will get a folder called a group containing these 3 layers. If I open it, I will see its contents. Now I can duplicate the group of the shoes once by clicking and dragging it to the button next to the trash can here. Making sure I have this new group selected, I can use the Move tool to drag it with all of its contents down on the canvas while holding Shift on the keyboard so that my motion keeps these aligned on the vertical axis. Now we have a grid of shoes. Let's open one of the groups and double-click on the thumbnail of one of the smart objects we have here. As soon as I do that, a new document will open with an extension we haven't seen before, and it contains our original image protected within the smart object we have created. What we can do now is create an adjustment layer. Let's pick the hue saturation adjustment, and let's slide the hue handle to alter the color. Once we are happy with the result, let's do Save by pressing Command S on your keyboard and close this document. As soon as we get back to our document with the grid of shoes, you will see that all of the instances of the smart object have been updated to reflect the altered shoe. Again, you can double-click on one of the smart object's thumbnail and make more changes to the shoe. If I add color to the background in this document, you can see that we have white backgrounds to each of the shoes. So I can go to the smart object, isolate the shoe, add a drop shadow to it, and a stroke around it, and we can take a look at our updated document. The Smart Object feature has not been implemented for GIMP yet, but I'm sure it will soon be on its way.